Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. In this video I would like to take opportunity and speak about pretty important Toyota safety issue. I recently acquired this 2004 Prius, and this little car is actually what triggered that entire problem. But first let's play a little game. I recreated the safety issue on our truck, and I would like you to spot it. If you look in the cabin, can you see what's going on? It's a new U stereo. Can you see what the safety issue and dangerous situation is happening in this cabin? Of course you can. These are the unsecured aftermarket mats, and these are absolute problem. As you can see, they are not secured to the floor, and anytime as we hop in the car, truck or SUV, as we are getting in, we keep pushing them under the pedals, and this is where the danger is located. And as I already mentioned, it started with this generation of the Prius. I was still working at the dealer, Toyota dealer, and I remember it was all over the news. And of course it started in the California. What a surprise, huh? So there was somebody driving that second generation of Prius, and apparently they are on the highway and they called the 911 and screaming and yelling, "We are driving the Prius and it keeps accelerating and I have foot fully on the brake pedal and it will not stop, it will kill us. Help, help, send somebody, save us." It was big drama. And this is the person who started it. And then, sure enough, a couple more popped up through the months or two. There were some rumors that the Priuses were accelerating by itself, and people got into accidents and hit the others or whatever happened. Not sure if anybody died of that, but there was huge investigation from the Toyota and the other governmental agencies, and the resolution of all of that after years, not just days or months, after years. The resolution, the results were that it were the floor mats which were not secured, and they end up blocking the brake pedal, they end up blocking, and the throttle pedal was getting stuck on them, and the vehicle therefore will keep accelerating. And of course that resulted in huge recalls. We were cutting part of these pedals off. Multiple vehicles were invited to the dealerships, and we were using a special jig and cutting it off and sanding it off. But the most importantly, and this is what I want to show you, us as a techs, if somebody had an unsecured mat like this, we had to physically take it, walk it down here and throw it in the back. And we had to, in our service report, whatever we did, oil change or it didn't matter, we had to write down that we put it on the back seat. Also, we had to make note that if there were missing these hooks which will hold this mat and stop it from moving forward as the occupants keep coming in and unintentionally you keep pushing it underneath the pedals, we had to provide them with these securing hooks, which you can see they are missing at this moment right here. That was a big deal. I cannot imagine how much money it costed Toyota to discover that these were the problems. And if you can see here, this is how it's supposed to look like. Again, this is the Prius mat, but as you can see, it has these two hooks which will not allow me ever push that floor mat forward. So this is fully secured. This is actually the only way as it's supposed to be. And you can see, just for a kick of it, do you see how that pedal was longer? Not sure if you can, but this is, guys, this was done by us. This pedal was way longer, let's say at least an inch, if I remember correctly. And that could, when it was pressed all the way down, that it could get stuck purely theoretically here, and then the person could be stepping on the brake. But if this was stuck, these two were fighting each other. And that could be some unintentional acceleration, purely theoretically. So our solution was to cut the pedals. It's nicely trimmed. We used the saw and then the sandpaper to make the edges nice and smooth. You can see it's way shorter. I'm sure you can see that something's missing on it. But most importantly, here are the hooks. Here are the hooks which are part of the interior down there. They need to be present for the safe operation of the vehicle. I'm fixing up this Tundra. You saw her when she came. The last thing I did, I replaced the mirrors, the toe to the standard. I already driven her. It's so much easier to see the vehicles around you, also here in the blind spot. And of course, if my wife wants to try to drive it, it needs to be perfectly secure. And this mat is not. So I got those hooks. I will show you the ordering numbers and we will install it together. It started drizzling again, so I think we should move inside in the shop. And here is direct from Toyota dealer, the package, the parts. So basically they call it floor mat clip. I hope you can read clearly the number. And the installation, it's very easy. You just remove your OEM mat, which came with the vehicle. You inspect these rings, which are in the carpeting, and both of them are absolutely perfect. I hope you can see it clearly with me. I open the package, and there are details, instructions, how to install it and how not to install it. Here you can hopefully see the clip itself. And this is how it goes in. So basically this will be the hook holding the mat, stopping it from moving underneath the pedals. So if it's still open like this, you push it in. I might need both hands. Oh no, so it's pretty. You have to push a little bit, yeah. And this little pin, it was not originally on the old ones, which were gray in color. You saw them on that Prius, the gray ones. This is an improved version. It's a black. And this will basically help from the clip popping up. Before, if it got older, the clip could have jumped up, but this will actually split these two small hooks which are inside, and it will not allow it to jump up. There's no way. So that was one. Let's grab the other one. The same way, I will use the other hand to help myself. Oh yeah, nicely clipped in. And here the safety pin, if I can call it this way. So we have two hooks beautifully installed. Let's see if it will fit in the mat, which I put right here. And we will be almost ready to give this truck to my wife so she can test it and maybe love it, maybe not, who knows. So you find these openings, you match it, and you kind of push it down and move it a little bit forward, and there will engage them, as you can see, hopefully. And look at it, even if I keep pulling on it, it cannot go forward. So as I step in the vehicle, and everybody, all of us, have tendency slightly push forward, this is perfectly secured and completely up to the standard of Toyota. So I hope everybody understands that it might be seemingly no big deal that your mat is moving underneath the pedals, but trust me, it could create accident, because even if you lose control over the vehicle, let's say on intersection or something, due to the mat which got stuck here, even for a second or two, you might hit somebody, damage somebody's car, or hit pedestrians. So I will say this is pretty serious item. We know, and I shared with you, that Toyota is taking it seriously. And as always, I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned. I have way more coming your way soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.